Welcome back. You're still watching Closing Trades right here on ET Now. Let's just quickly get you an update on BNSN, the stock game. The final winner for this week is Shrikant Shetty, followed by Madhumita Ghosh and Lancelot Dikona. Congratulations to Shrikant for winning this week. Bring up the turnover picture for you. 1,40,000 crores done in total, 1,00,000 crores coming in from NSE futures and options, and about 9,000 done in NSE cash.
Okay, Graphite India, and the numbers come out. Let's get in KK Bangur, the chairman, to speak about numbers. He joins us on the line from Kolkata. Mr. Bangur, good having you. Thanks much for joining in.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. Can you give us a sense of how the quarter has been for the top line as well as the bottom line? And of course, how has the operational performance been?
The top line has increased by about 31%. The bottom line has increased by 10%.
Okay.
Our overall sales volume has gone up by 15%. And the capacity utilization has moved up from 79% last year's first quarter versus 89% this year first quarter. So I think against the backdrop of the current economic environment, which is very, very challenging, we feel that our performance is satisfactory.
Can you explain the dichotomy between the top line and the bottom line growth? Is it because the operational performance has been lower than the corresponding quarter? Or have been they below the operating line expenses which have eaten into the profit?
Basically the margins are under pressure because the costs have all moved up, and whereas the sales realization have not moved up commensurate to the increase in the costs. So the margins are under constant pressure, but definitely volumes have improved, and we have been able to successfully manage with higher capacity utilizations.
Okay. Well, Mr. Bangur, give us an update also on I believe you had filed an appeal before the Karnataka State Appellate Authority.
Yeah.
And I believe there has been a stay that has been granted which refused the consents to operate and directing closure of the industrial operations.
Yeah.
How big a drag would this be? Are you looking to, and correct me if I'm wrong in understanding this, but are you looking forward to probably file in an appeal at a higher authority?
No, we have got a stay, and as a result, we have resumed operations.
Okay, my understanding was wrong. Okay,
yeah,
great.
Yeah.
Okay, so you resumed the operations. Now,
yes.
Did the quarter one performance get hampered as a result of these operations not being on?
This happened in July, so in fact that would affect quarter two.
Okay, great. So would that show in the quarterly numbers, or the impact is minimal?
The impact is very small because the closure was for about 17-18 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
Last but not the least, I mean, from what we believe that the steel sector, there's a strong demand that is being seen, and there's been limited electrode capacity additions on the industry level. And a couple of brokerages are fairly bullish on the sector per se and on Graphite India as well as a result of that. Do you believe for the year as a whole, a 25 to a 30% top line growth at least is probably acceptable, or could there be more?
No,
for you?
I think it's reasonable to assume that, and that will be because of two factors. One is, of course, there will be a volume improvement, and other would be there is a small price improvement as well. So I think both these factors would lead to an improvement in top line.
All right, could you leave us with targets on top line and bottom line growth for this financial year based on
we generally don't give any guidance, but I think, as I said earlier, that there will be a growth, and also the growth will come as a result of our expanded capacity in the last quarter. So the top line growth will be a combination of expanded capacity volumes, the increase in volumes because of better capacity utilization, as well as a result of better prices, though not commensurate along with the cost increases.
All right, Mr. Bangur, we'll leave it at that. Thanks very much for joining us and giving us your quick analysis on your numbers perspective, actually. With that, we come to the end of this edition of Closing Trades from Neeraj and myself. Thanks very much for watching the show. Catch you Monday morning at 8 a.m. Have a good week.